Alright guys, welcome to the channel. Hope you're all doing good. Hope you're all having a good Friday morning. Good morning. God, I just thought my teeth were a bit yellow then drinking pop. Yeah, hope you're all doing good. Hope you all had a blessed sleep and yeah. Hope you're all awake, ready to face the day, chomping at the bit. Don't know if you will. Well, it's Friday, so you might be thinking, thank God it's Friday. You know what I mean? That's all I can say. You might be thinking, yes, it's Friday, last day of the week. So yeah, you might be thinking that, which is good. So yeah, just thought I'd do a quick video. Not a scriptural video, just one of my random videos, I guess. You know what I mean? One of my random videos. I've actually got some work to do in very shortly before I'm on a call for my course later. So yeah, I need to get a bit done. Bit behind, not majorly behind, but a bit behind. So I'll try and catch up a bit shortly. Catch up again a bit shortly. But yeah, I just wanted to do this quick video. I just want to say, like, as I've got older, I've come to realise that I mean, seriously, I used to think, like, you think sometimes, like, how can I put this? You can get caught up on relationships and stuff like that sometimes. Like, you can get, like, say if you like someone, you might think, oh, I really want to be with this person and stuff, but it's not, you don't always get it back, do you know what I mean? And it's like, that's just life, do you know what I mean? That's just life kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Feelings and wants and stuff aren't always reciprocated. Do you know what I mean? That's all I can say. It's just the way it is sometimes. There's nothing you can really do about that. Do you know what I mean? Just is what it is. You may not have enough to offer them, or you may not be what they're looking for. You may not be their cup of tea in whatever way. So yeah, there's rejection's a part of life. Do you know what I mean? Just is. But what I've come to realise as I've got older, like, what I've come to realise is, as long as you're kind of like reasonably attracted to someone, you can really love pretty much. If you value what you've got. I've come to realise that love's a choice. This is what I believe personally. It's not really a feeling, because there's always something better out there. There's always something more desirable. There's just always something else. Do you know what I mean? In one way or another, there's just always something better or more desirable in one way or another. This is what I've found in life. So I think as long as you're reasonably attracted to someone, and you choose to love, you make that choice to love someone. You say, you know what, I value this person. This person ticks this box, that box, etc. I could do a lot worse, so I'm going to commit to them, and I'm going to choose to love them. I think that's what I've come to realise as I've got older, that's really the most important thing. No one wants to be lonely, do you know what I mean? No one wants to be lonely in life, do you know what I mean? When you're young, you think you got forever, do you know what I mean? You have kind of got a lot of time when you're young, but when you get older, you realise, even if you look reasonably young or whatever, you realise that, do you know what I mean? You need to be thinking about settling down. Do you know what I mean? You get to that realisation eventually. Everyone does. Do you know what I mean? You think, you know what, what's gonna really benefit me emotionally, mentally, spiritually, kind of thing, and you think, you know what, I've done enough empty stuff, like, you know what I mean, sleeping with different people, and admittedly it was fun or whatever. Do you know what I mean? It was fun, but it's like comes a time when you have to stop doing all that. Do you know what I mean? This is what I think personally, and comes a time when you have to commit to someone and think about raising a family or think about settling down or whatever. Like but you have to be in the position to do that. Like me personally, at the moment, I'm not really in that position. Well, in my eyes at least, do you know what I mean? But is there ever a right time, really? Do you know what I mean? Is there ever really a right time? So maybe I'm just thinking too deeply on it. But yeah, it's just what I've come to realise. Like, you can really love pretty much. Do you know what I mean? There's multiple people you can love. There's no like one person that has to be the do you know what I mean, the cherry on the cake, so to think that you this whole I'm meant to do you know what I mean, this person was born for me. I don't buy that, do you know what I mean? I don't buy that whole thing. Sometimes it can work out like that where you feel like, do you know what I mean? Where you feel like, you know what, you might have met young or something, and it was like, what do you call it, childhood sweetheart or whatever, and it's like it just everything fitted and everything went perfect, and that's fine. Do you know what I mean? That's great when that happens, but that doesn't happen very often. Do you know what I mean? But when it does, then it's brilliant. Do you know what I mean? But for most people, that doesn't happen. Do you know what I mean? So like, yeah, I've just come to realise that love's a choice. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, as long as you're reasonably attracted to someone, or you're attracted to someone a bit, do you know what I mean, then you can love them. Do you know what I mean? This is what I think personally. This is my own personal opinion. You may disagree, but it's, like I say, love's a choice, and it's about valuing what you've got. If you do value it, if you don't value it, then there's nothing there's nothing you can do. Do you know what I mean? It ain't gonna work. Do you know what I mean? But if you do value it, if you think, you know what, they're quite attractive, or uh, I fancy them a bit. Do you know what I mean? Or I think I like that about them, or I like this about them, and I like this. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, if you can do that, if you can find stuff like that, then you can find stuff to value a person for. This is what I believe, and there's many things you can value a person for. It's not just you know, one size fits all. It's not just like it's not just looks. It's not just the financial stability. It's not just, or the security. It's not just any one thing. Do you know what I mean? How they are as a person, the character. There's no one thing that equals. Well, there might be. Do you know what I mean? You might put, some people put more value on certain things than other things. Do you know what I mean? That is true. Do you know what I mean? But everyone thinks differently. So, but for me personally, there's not any one thing. I mean, to me, I tend to, I just tend to think like this. If I fancy someone, even if I fancy him a little bit, like I think, yeah, I like him. Do you know what I mean? Or I like this about him, and I fancy him a little bit. If I think this about a girl or a woman, then yeah, I could potentially marry him. Do you know what I mean? That's what I think. I could potentially choose to love him. Do you know what I mean? If I felt that way, if I felt like, yeah, I'm attracted to them enough. Do you know what I mean? I'm attracted to them enough in my eyes. Do you know what I mean? If I felt like that, I could choose to love them. This is just how I see things as a man of my age. Do you know what I mean? But that's just me. Everyone thinks differently. Do you know what I mean? But this is just how I see things. What I've come to learn through a living life. Love, I believe, is a choice. I really do believe that. Because, like I say, it is a choice because you're always going to have something better that comes along. Do you know what I mean? Or like you're always going to have better options or a better looking person that comes along or whatever. This is how it's always going to be. Do you know what I mean? And that's what it's about, valuing what you've got. And once you make that commitment, that's it. Do you know what I mean? This is what I believe personally. This is how I see things. You're not tempted by, you value what you've got, so you as much as it looks nice or it's like sounds nice, you're not tempted by it because you value what you got. That's all I can say. This is what I believe. This is what I believe to be the truth. For me personally, anyway, I could if I because I follow God and believe in God. Basically, I'm willing to commit to a woman or a girl. Well, a woman. Basically, do you know what I mean? I'm willing to commit to a woman. Um, do you know what I mean? 100%. Do you know what I mean? If as long as I fancy them enough, or a little bit, as long as I fancy them enough, and they're a nice person. Do you know what I mean? That's all I can say. If that's the case, then I could quite easily commit to them. Do you know what I mean? I could quite easily do that. If I chose to. Do you know what I mean? It wouldn't be hard. Do you know what I mean? For me, it wouldn't be. But yeah, obviously you meet people in your life, and sometimes you like people. Do you know what I mean? Or you fancy them, or you think they're a nice person, and you might develop feelings for them or whatever. And so yeah, ideally you think, oh yeah, that'd be brilliant if that went well or that worked out. But the truth is, it doesn't really matter either way. Do you know what I mean? It'd be nice if it did, but it's like it doesn't really matter on the grand scheme of things, because there's always gonna be someone else. Do you know what I mean? There's always gonna be someone else you can choose to love. Do you know what I mean? This is what I honestly believe. Some people might disagree with me and think I'm not talking sense or whatever, but this is what I believe personally, and that's why I believe marriage is sacred. I believe it's God given. And I think that's why whenever you're in a relationship and it's serious, or like you're in a marriage and it's serious and you're committed to them and they're committed to you, or one of you's committed, there's always going to be a lot of temptation there. There always is. Do you know what I mean? There's always going to be temptation, because the devil wants to mess things up. Basically, this is what I believe. He wants to. If it's good, if God knows it's good for you, or God knows it's like it's gonna be good for one of you or both. Well, not for one of you, but for both of you. Then he'll do it. Then the devil will do all he can to mess things up. That's the way it is. Do you know what I mean? He'll send temptations, or he'll try and get in your head. He'll try and convince you to either, if it's bad for you, he'll try and convince you to go for it. If it's good for you, he'll try and convince you against it. This is what happens. This is what I honestly believe happens. You know what I mean? It's a spiritual war. Most people don't get that. Most people think it's just everything's coincidence and everything happens for a reason, but it doesn't. Do you know what I mean? There's sometimes you see signs, or what you think are signs, and you think, is that a sign? You know what I mean? I don't know if any of you have ever been there with stuff like that, but I have, like, and you think, is that a sign of something? And you think, nah, it's just coincidence. But is it really coincidence? I don't think anything's coincidence in this life. Do you know what I mean? It's all, it's either the devil messing with your head or it's God trying to tell you something. It's either one or the other, and it can be either, to be honest. But yeah, guys, this is just a quick word. Just wanted to give you my thoughts on what I was talking about. Now my hair's thinning again. I think I need some food. That's what it is. I ain't that much. But I never ate much yesterday. That's what it is. I need to eat. I think I got a lasagna. I could heat that up and eat that. I think I'll do that in a minute. But yeah, that's all I can say, really, guys. This is what I've come to learn. Do you know what I mean? This is what I've honestly come to learn. You can literally love a lot of people potentially if do you know what I mean? If you find something attractive about them, if you whatever it is, like I say, there's no one thing. Everyone finds different things attractive, but it's just about valuing what you got, really, or what you could have. Do you know what I mean? In my eyes, that's what it is. That's why I don't worry about relationships anymore. I know I'll find someone. Do you know what I mean? I know I'll find someone eventually. I could probably find someone tomorrow if I looked. Do you know what I mean? But I'm happy to stay as I am for now. But that could change at any time. Do you know what I mean? Life's short. It is. It's short. Do you know what I mean? It's the only the gift of life is here for now. It's for living. Do you know what I mean? It's not for. I mean, I've stagnated for a long time in a lot of different ways, and the main one is in relationship wise, or like I probably haven't been looking because I've been looking for a Christian woman. Ideally, that's what I've always wanted. But yeah, that's probably not going to be that easy to find. Um, so yeah, I don't know what I'm looking for now. Really, I'm just open to things. Really, ideally it would be a Christian woman still, I think, but I'm open to things. If I meet someone I get along with and we've got stuff in common and I fancy them, then yeah, then it could potentially work. Do you know what I mean? Because you can't help who you develop feelings for and who you like. So that's just one of them things, kind of thing. But yeah, yeah, that's all I can say, really. But this is just stuff I've learned as I've got older, basically. Really doesn't matter about do you know what I mean, about anything, really. Like for me personally, anyway, it really doesn't matter. I mean, I used to have this ideal type, like this, you know. I'd go for this. I liked what I liked back in the day. Do you know what I mean? I liked either Mexican looking birds or blonde birds. That's kind of what I used to go for, but not anymore. I'll go for anything now. Do you know what I mean? I'm not as fussy as I once was. As long as I'm attracted to them. Do you know what I mean? As long as I'm attracted to them. Do you know what I mean? As long as I fancy them. Then it makes no difference to me. There's good looking women in every race, creed, religion, whatever you want to call it. But I'd only go with a Christian. That is one thing I would do. I'm not interested in going with people from other religions, unless they're all willing to convert. Do you know what I mean? Because it's just my beliefs are too strong in what I believe in, and I believe if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Do you know what I mean? This is just what I believe personally, and so I'd want someone to ideally believe in the same things as what I do. Do you know what I mean? Or ideally, I'd like that, or if not, just I guess, yeah, or just believe in God, or just believe that, I guess, the divine, that, do you know what I mean, that there's a greater force than us, and that life evolves around that force, kind of thing. Some sort of belief in God. That's all I can say. Either the same religion or some sort of belief in God. That's kind of what I'd want, really. But ideally, a Christian, ideally, do you know what I mean? That's what I'd ideally be looking for. But yeah, I'm open to things. Like I say, you can't help what you develop feelings for. You can't help what you like. So sometimes things can kind of like evolve how they evolve, and you may not have planned on. Sometimes God's got a plan that you don't realise. Do you know what I mean? You meet everyone for a reason in life, I believe. I really do believe that, and it's not always obvious straight away, and it's yeah, it can be for many different reasons. Maybe to show you something about yourself, or about them, or about teach you something, or reflect reflect an aspect to yourself. It could be anything. Do you know what I mean? I don't know why we meet people. To be honest with you, I can't say. But they say some teach you, some love you, uh, some help you. Do you know what I mean? There's many different reasons why we meet different people. So it's all I can say, really. I don't know. I'm not God. Do you know what I mean? I can't say why I've met all the people I've met in my life. It's just kind of been the way it's been. But yeah, they reckon you meet everyone for a reason. So yeah, yeah. So that's it, really. But yeah, guys, this video is really long, so that's all I want to say, really, for now. That's all I want to say for now, because like I say, this video is really long. So yeah, it's just more thoughts on relationships and stuff. I honestly think love's a choice, and as long as you like something about someone and you value them, you can choose to love them. Do you know what I mean? This is what I honestly believe. As I've got older, this is what I've come to believe. And you don't have to have like butterfly. You don't have to have the most butterflies in the world, or do you know what I mean? That overwhelming attraction. You know what I mean? That like, you don't have to be attracted to them more than anybody else in the world. Do you know what I mean? As long as you fancy them, and you value that, value what you got, basically, that's all you really need. Do you know what I mean? This is what I believe. Fancying someone's important. Do you know what I mean? It is. At least in my eyes, it is. Anyway, do you know what I mean? It is important, but there's a lot of fanciful people out there. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of people you can find something to like about, or do you know what I mean? Find attractive about someone. So yeah, I won't worry too much about finding the perfect person, guys. Just worry about growing old on your own. Do you know what I mean? No one wants to be lonely. Do you know what I mean? Just like the song by Ricky Martin and Christina Aguilera. Just like the song, no one wants to be lonely. Do you know what I mean? So that's what it all boils down to, really. I think. Yeah, very few people get the fairy tale romance where the person knocks the socks off, and they're the only person that they can ever see themselves with. Do you know what I mean? Because they're that beautiful or stunning, that they're just like perfect in every way. That's rare. Do you know what I mean? That's a rare thing. The world ain't perfect in every way, so it's going to be hard to find that. It's going to be really hard to find that. But yeah, just I think just just finding something attractive about someone and valuing that person, then you can love them. This is what I believe, but everyone thinks differently. I'm not expecting people to agree with me, or not saying they should agree with me. This is just how I see things personally, myself. Do you know what I mean? That's why I don't worry about relationships anymore. Because, do you know what I mean? I know I could easily find someone if I was looking, and um, yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it'd work because you have to be compatible. Do you know what I mean? It's not just about looks. It's being compatible in different ways. But yeah, I don't think I'll ever be on my own. Do you know what I mean? I think I'm quite confident that I can find someone to love me, put it like that. So that's all I'm bothered about, really. And someone to love, who ticks some of the boxes. So that's really all I'm bothered about. Do you know what I mean? That I fancy someone somewhat, and that they want to love me, and I want to love them, and that's all you need. Do you know what I mean? That's all you need. So yeah, the future's optimistic. The future's bright. That's all I can say. So yeah. So ideally, we'd all have the person we really, do you know what I mean, like, or the person we've really desired, whether it be in past, future, or we've all had those times where we've really desired someone. Do you know what I mean? But the chances are, most of the time, doesn't work out for whatever reason. Rejection, it happens. Do you know what I mean? I've had it all my life in one way or another, like whether it's when I was younger, or with girls in school, or as I've got older. Do you know what I mean? It's a common theme. You don't always get what you want in life. Do you know what I mean? For many different reasons. Maybe you've got the looks. Maybe you're just too shy. Um, or maybe you're not what someone realised they wanted, or it could be anything. Do you know what I mean? It could really be anything, to be honest with you. Everyone wants different things. No two people are the same. So yeah, but anyway, guys, I gotta go because this video is taking ages. But thanks for watching as always. Appreciate you all. Love you all. Keeping you all in my prayers. I'm wishing you guys the best. So yeah, I'll be back with some more content soon. Thanks for watching. Take care. God bless. Much love, and I'll be back soon. Take care, guys. Bye. Bye. Love you all, guys. Take care. Bye.